There comes a moment in every person's life when they have to make a decision. A decision about whether they are going to continue living the same way they have always lived, or whether they are finally going to take responsibility for the life they truly want. Dreams are beautiful. Everyone has them. Some people dream of financial freedom. Some dream of building a successful business. Some dream of becoming healthier, stronger, wiser, or more confident. Some dream of helping their family. Others dream of traveling the world, creating something meaningful, or simply becoming the person they know they are capable of becoming. But here is the truth. A dream is only the beginning. You can have the greatest dream in the world, but if you are unwilling to work for it, that dream will remain exactly what it is, a dream. You have to work for your dreams. Not occasionally, not only when you feel motivated, not only when life is easy. You have to work for them when you are tired. You have to work for them when nobody is watching. You have to work for them when progress seems slow. You have to work for them when people doubt you. And most importantly, you have to work for them when you begin doubting yourself. Because success does not usually come from one giant moment. Success is built through thousands of small decisions made consistently over time. Every morning you wake up, you are making a decision. You are deciding whether you will move closer to your dreams or farther away from them. You may not notice the difference in one day. You may not notice it in 1 week. But after 1 year, those small decisions can create an entirely different life. Think about where you are today. Your current situation is largely the result of the habits, choices, relationships, attitudes, and actions you have repeated over time. If you want a different future, you must be willing to create different actions today. This is where many people struggle. They want a better life, but they do not want to change their daily life. They want success, but they do not want discipline. They want financial freedom, but they do not want to learn new skills. They want confidence, but they avoid difficult situations. They want a strong body, but they do not want to exercise consistently. They want knowledge, but they do not want to study. They want opportunities, but they are unwilling to prepare for them. The dream is attractive. The work is not always attractive, but the work is what makes the dream possible. If you want something badly enough, you must be willing to become the person capable of achieving it. Your dream will require a stronger version of you. That means you must grow, you must learn, you must improve, you must become more disciplined, you must become more patient, you must become more responsible, and you must stop waiting for someone else to come and change your life. Nobody is coming to live your life for you. Nobody can wake up early for you. Nobody can study for you. Nobody can build your skills for you. Nobody can make your decisions for you. Nobody can take your dream and turn it into reality without your effort. Other people can help you. Mentors can guide you. Friends can encourage you. Books can teach you. Opportunities can open doors. But eventually you have to walk through the door yourself. That is responsibility. And responsibility is not a punishment. Responsibility is power. When you accept responsibility for your life, you stop giving your power away. You stop saying, "My circumstances are the reason I cannot succeed." You stop saying, "I will start when everything becomes perfect." You stop saying, "I would succeed if I had more money, more time, more support, more connections, or better circumstances." Instead, you begin asking a different question. What can I do with what I have? That question can change everything. Maybe you do not have much money right now. What skill can you learn? Maybe you do not have a large audience. What valuable content can you create? Maybe you do not have the perfect education. What can you study today? Maybe nobody believes in you. Can you learn to believe in yourself? Maybe you have failed before. What did that failure teach you? Your circumstances may not be perfect, but you still have choices, and your choices matter. One of the greatest mistakes people make is waiting for motivation. They say, "When I feel motivated, I will start." But successful people understand something different. Action often comes before motivation. You do not always feel like working. You do not always feel like studying. You do not always feel like exercising. You do not always feel like getting up early. You do not always feel like doing the difficult thing, but you do it anyway. That is discipline. Discipline means doing what needs to be done even when your emotions are asking you to do something easier. Your feelings can change every hour. Your commitment must be stronger than your feelings. There will be days when you feel unstoppable. Take advantage of those days. There will also be days when you feel tired, frustrated, confused, or discouraged. Those days are important too, because those are the days that reveal whether your dream is just something you talk about or something you are genuinely committed to. Anyone can work when everything is going well. The real test comes when things become difficult, when progress is slow, when results do not appear, when people criticize you, when you make mistakes, when you fail, when you feel like quitting. That is when you must remember why you started. Your dream does not need you to be perfect. It needs you to be consistent. You are allowed to make mistakes. You are allowed to have bad days. You are allowed to start small. You are allowed to fail. But you cannot allow temporary failure to become permanent surrender. Failure is not the opposite of success. Giving up is. Every successful person has experienced setbacks. The difference is that they continued learning, adjusting, and moving forward. When something does not work, do not immediately conclude that your dream is impossible. Maybe your strategy needs to change. Maybe your skills need improvement. Maybe your timeline was unrealistic. Maybe you need better information. Maybe you need help. Maybe you simply need more patience. Do not confuse a difficult path with the wrong path. Sometimes the road to your dream is difficult because the person you need to become is being built along the way. The journey teaches you things that success alone never could. It teaches patience, it teaches courage, it teaches discipline, it teaches humility, it teaches persistence, it teaches you how to handle disappointment, and it teaches you how powerful you can become when you refuse to quit. Your dream is not only about what you will receive at the end, it is also about who you become while pursuing it. Imagine waking up 5 years from now. You have become more disciplined. You have developed valuable skills. You have improved your health. You have learned how to manage your money. You have surrounded yourself with better influences. You have become more confident. You have built something you are proud of. Now ask yourself, what did that person do every day to become who they are? The answer is probably not complicated. They showed up, they worked, they learned, they corrected their mistakes, they stayed focused, they kept going, and they understood that small progress is still progress. You do not need to transform your entire life tomorrow. Start with today. Read a few pages, learn a new skill, exercise for 30 minutes, write down your goals, plan your day, work on your business, create something useful, save some money, have a difficult conversation, turn off distractions, spend less time consuming and more time creating. Every small action is a vote for the person you want to become. And every day you repeat those actions, your identity begins to change. You start seeing yourself differently. You begin thinking, I am a person who keeps promises to myself. That is powerful, because once you trust yourself, you become dangerous in the best possible way. You no longer need constant approval from other people. You no longer need someone to push you every morning. You become your own source of discipline. You understand that your future is being built by what you do when nobody is watching. This is why you must protect your time. Time is one of the most valuable resources you have. Money can sometimes be earned again. Opportunities can sometimes return. But yesterday cannot be recovered. Once a day is gone, it is gone forever. So ask yourself honestly, where is my time going? How many hours are being lost to scrolling? How many hours are being spent worrying about other people? How much time is being wasted on things that do not move your life forward? Entertainment is not bad, rest is not bad, enjoying life is not bad. But there must be balance. If you spend more time consuming than creating, more time complaining than solving, and more time dreaming than working, you will eventually become frustrated with your results. Your future requires your attention. You cannot build a remarkable life while giving all your attention to distractions. Their focus is becoming rare. People are constantly being pulled in different directions. Notifications, social media, entertainment, other people's opinions, comparison, fear, doubt. But your dream needs focus. You need to know what matters and what does not. You cannot chase 10 different dreams with equal energy. Choose what matters, create priorities, then give your best effort to them. And remember, working for your dream does not mean destroying yourself. It means working intelligently. Learn to work smarter. Learn to organize your day. Learn to develop valuable skills. Learn from people who have already achieved what you want. Read books. Listen to valuable ideas. Find mentors. Study your mistakes. Ask better questions. The goal is not simply to work harder. The goal is to become better at the work. Imagine someone digging for water. They dig 1 meter and stop. Then they move somewhere else. They dig another meter and stop. Then they move again. After years of effort, they may have dug thousands of meters but still have no water. Why? Because they kept starting over. Consistency matters. Sometimes you are closer than you think. You may be one more month away, one more skill away, one more attempt away, one more conversation away, one more improvement away. But if you quit today, you will never know. So keep going. Give yourself time. Give your dream time. Do not demand overnight results from a process that requires years. The world has trained people to expect instant gratification, instant entertainment, instant information, instant results. But meaningful success usually takes time. A tree does not become strong overnight. It grows slowly. Its roots develop before its branches become impressive. Your life can be the same. There may be seasons when it looks like nothing is happening, but underneath the surface, you may be developing roots. You are learning. You are becoming stronger. You are becoming wiser. You are preparing. Never underestimate preparation. Sometimes what looks like a delay is actually preparation for the opportunity you are not ready for yet. So instead of asking, why is it taking so long? Ask, what can I improve while I wait? That question changes your mindset. If the opportunity is not here yet, prepare. If success has not arrived yet, prepare. If the audience has not arrived yet, create. If the money has not arrived yet, learn. If the recognition has not arrived yet, improve. Do not waste your waiting season, use it. Build yourself. Because when opportunity finally comes, you want to be ready. Your dream deserves preparation. It deserves effort. It deserves sacrifice. And yes, sometimes you will have to sacrifice comfort. You may have to say no to certain things. You may have to wake up earlier. You may have to spend less. You may have to study while others are relaxing. You may have to work quietly while others are celebrating. You may have to choose your future over your temporary pleasure. That does not mean you can never enjoy life. It means you understand the difference between temporary pleasure and long-term fulfillment. There are things that feel good today but cost you tomorrow. And there are things that are difficult today but reward you tomorrow. Discipline is learning to choose the second category more often. Your future self is watching the decisions you make today. Imagine meeting yourself 10 years from now. Would that person thank you? Would they say, thank you for staying disciplined? Thank you for learning. Thank you for taking care of your health. Thank you for not giving up. Thank you for believing in the dream. Or would they ask, why did you waste so much time? You get to decide, not someday, today. The future is not created in the future, it is created in the present. Every day is a brick. Your habits are the hands placing those bricks. Your choices determine the direction of the building. If you build carelessly, the structure will be weak. If you build deliberately, patiently, and consistently, you can create something remarkable. So stop waiting for the perfect moment. There is no perfect moment. Start with what you have. Start where you are. Start with whatever resources are available to you. You do not need everything figured out. You only need to take the next step, then another, then another. Eventually, those steps become a journey, and that journey becomes your life. Your dream may seem far away today. That is okay. You do not have to reach the destination today. You only have to move closer. One page, one workout, one lesson, one project, one conversation, 1 hour of focused work, one better decision, one disciplined day, then another, then another. That is how lives change. Not through magic, through consistency, not through luck alone, through preparation, not through wishing, through action. So if you have been waiting to start, start now. If you have been waiting for motivation, take action first. If you have been afraid of failure, remember that failure is part of learning. If you have been comparing yourself to others, return your attention to your own journey. If you have been distracted, simplify your priorities. If you have been discouraged, remember how far you have already come. And if you have been thinking about quitting, pause. Rest if you need to. Change your strategy if necessary. Ask for help if you need it. But do not throw away your dream because the road became difficult. You dreamed about the destination. Now respect the journey. Work for your dreams. Work when it is exciting. Work when it is boring. Work when people support you. Work when people doubt you. Work when progress is visible. Work when progress is invisible. Work when you feel confident. Work when you feel afraid. Because one day, you will look back and realize that the little things were never little. The early mornings mattered. The books mattered. The lessons mattered. The failures mattered. The sacrifices mattered. The days when you kept going mattered. Everything was building something. It was building you. And that is the greatest reward. You do not simply achieve a dream. You become the person who can achieve it. So make a decision today. Decide that your circumstances will not control your effort. Decide that temporary discomfort will not control your future. Decide that other people's opinions will not decide your potential. Decide that you will learn, you will improve, you will work, you will adapt, you will keep moving. Your dream is worth the effort. Your future is worth the discipline. Your potential is worth discovering. And your life is too valuable to spend waiting for permission. Get up, make the plan, take the first step, then take another. Work quietly, work consistently, work intelligently, keep learning, keep improving, keep believing, and most importantly, keep going, because the person you want to become is waiting on the other side of the work you are willing to do today. Work for your dreams, not because the journey will always be easy. Work for them because your life can become extraordinary when you refuse to settle for less than your potential. The dream is yours. The responsibility is yours. The effort is yours. And the future you build will be the result of what you choose to do today. So stop waiting. Start working, start learning, start building, start becoming. Your dream is not asking for perfection. It is asking for commitment. Give it that. And one day, when you stand in the life you once only imagined, you will understand something very important. It was never just about reaching the dream. It was about becoming strong enough, disciplined enough, patient enough, and courageous enough to earn it. So go forward. Believe in the vision. Trust the process. Do the work. And never forget. Your dreams do not work unless you do. Work for your dreams and build the life you were capable of living all along. If you are listening to this right now, I want you to understand one thing. Your dream is still possible. Maybe the journey has been harder than you expected. Maybe you have worked for months and still do not see the results you wanted. Maybe you started with excitement, but somewhere along the way, that excitement disappeared. That happens. The beginning is usually exciting because everything feels new. You imagine the future. You imagine success. You imagine what your life could become. But then reality arrives. The work becomes repetitive. The results become slow. The motivation becomes weaker. And suddenly, the dream that once gave you energy begins to feel like a burden. This is where most people stop. But this is also where the real journey begins. Anyone can chase a dream when they feel inspired. The stronger person is the one who continues when inspiration disappears. You have to learn how to work without applause. You have to learn how to work without immediate rewards. You have to learn how to continue when nobody is telling you that you are doing a great job, because sometimes your greatest progress will happen in silence. Nobody will notice your early mornings. Nobody will see the hours you spend studying. Nobody will know how many times you failed before finally getting something right. Nobody will see the sacrifices you made, and that is okay. You are not doing this for applause. You are doing this because you have a vision for your life. You are doing this because you know you are capable of more. You are doing this because somewhere inside you there is a version of yourself that refuses to remain ordinary. But becoming that person requires work. It requires you to stop negotiating with your excuses. Excuses are comfortable. They give you an explanation for why you are not moving forward. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough money. I don't know enough. I am too young. I am too old. I don't have support. I failed before. I will start tomorrow. Tomorrow can become one of the most dangerous words in your life, because tomorrow sounds like action without requiring action today. Tomorrow gives you hope while allowing you to remain comfortable, but tomorrow eventually becomes today. And if you keep postponing your life, you may wake up years later